Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope everyone's having a great day today. I hope everyone's doing good so far. My name is Andrew Heichman. I'm the lead forecaster here in WW116. So, for today's video, we're going to take a look at the radar, take a look at some models as well as the Storm Prediction Center. We'll take a look at the tropics and see what we're dealing with, and then at the end of the video, we'll take a look at the National Weather Service hazard. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. Alrighty, guys, so for today's question of the day, I'm wondering, what is your all's favorite pie? Leave it down in the comments below, and I just might heart your comment. But anyways, guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure you leave a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. You guys are honestly amazing, and I appreciate all your all support. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into the video. Alright, so we're taking a look here at the radar view across the nation. We do have, kind of a few things we do need to discuss. We'll go ahead and start off with the northern Great Plains here. We actually do have some snow showers, basically in bits of North Dakota into Minnesota. These will continue to move to the east as we do have a relatively strong area of low pressure, basically across southern Canada. Now, this system is generally moving east, in which we'll actually take a look here more in a second when we take a look at the models. Now, there is a pretty strong cold front that's moving its way across the nation. We do kind of see here with this precipitation. A few snow showers going on in western Kansas here, as well as eastern bits of Colorado kind of moving out of the state. We do have this cold front, like I said, moving its way across the nation, eventually bringing some rain across the, pretty much the Midwest, moving into the Ohio Valley, eventually the Mid-Atlantic, and then further down the line to the Northeast. Now, we do have some snow starting to move its way into Maine state as all. We do have some, mixture of snow showers as well as rain showers across bits of Vermont and the upper New York state. So, that's basically what we're dealing with in terms of the radar. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these models, and let's see what we can expect further down the road. Alrighty, guys, so we're taking a look here at the GFS model. This is your American model. So we do have this area of low pressure, like I was just talking about, pretty much rolling its way across bits of southern Canada. This is bringing some snow, across bits of southern Canada. As we can see, this cold front kind of moving its way down. We do have some precipitation along that line. Now, further down the line, we will start to see this precipitation kind of grow more stronger. We will start to see a lot more heavier rain starting to fall across bits of the southeast, moving down into the Ohio Valley. Now, we will actually start to have some cold air kind of push down behind the system, leading to some pretty cold temperatures, across the northern parts of the country, as well as bits of the central Great Plains. This is actually due to that, that air kind of rushing behind this area of low pressure. Now, this system will generally move its way to the east. We will start to see some rain basically go across bits of the Ohio Valley, leading up into the Mid-Atlantic and into the Northeast, where a few snow showers might actually be possible across the Northeast, as this system generally barrels mostly eastward. So, we will start to have some high pressure basically build its way across bits of the eastern country, leading to some pretty nice conditions, mostly sunny skies. However, those cold temperatures are still going to remain. Now, further down the line, for the last several days, GFS has hinted another, area of low pressure basically to occur across bits of, southeastern parts of Canada. This will eventually track itself to the northeast here, as we actually see this very, very strong Arctic air kind of dip its way down into the southeast, as well as, bits of the Ohio Valley. Now, later on down the line, these temperatures can actually get really, really cold. And let's go and take a look here at the temperatures, and let's see what we're dealing with in terms of what this model has to say. So, before I do move on, I want to go ahead and say that this is just one model. Each model has its own opinion. So basically, this is not 100% accurate to the way it is. So, just kind of get an idea of what you can expect further down the line. So we do have that cold front. You can kind of see the sharp gradient here in temperatures. This cold front moves to the east. We do have some Arctic air kind of pushing in behind it, bringing those temperatures below freezing across bits of the Midwest and into the Ohio Valley, stretching all the way up to the northeast. Further down the line, we do start to see, a little bit cooler temperatures across bits of the eastern country. Now, here's where the second wave comes in. So, basically, further down the line, the GFS model, this is your American model, has hinted another Arctic blast, pretty much moving its way across bits of the eastern country, eventually dropping down those temperature totals quite a bit, in which, there's a couple of Arctic blasts that this model does suggest, but, the further you do go out, the more inaccurate this model does tend to get, so I don't really like to go all the way back in terms of that. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look here at something else. We're going to take a look here at the wind side of things, because, in the last video, if you guys have not seen, we do have those high wind warnings in effect, basically across bits of Montana moving into the Dakotas. This is why. GFS shows we're seeing probably winds in excess, some areas of 30 knots, which is actually causing some, pretty heavy winds, especially at those upper elevations where the winds are actually a lot stronger. This is basically recording from the surface, but you got to think, some of these elevations are much higher than the surface, in which, honestly, those wind speeds can get a lot higher. So I just thought we'd take a look at that. There's not really too much interesting in terms of that, but, these winds will kind of persist over the next little bit as this area of low pressure generally moves away from the area. Now, let's go and take a look here at the Storm Prediction Center, and let's see what we're dealing with in terms of the severe weather across the nation. Alrighty guys, so we're taking a look here at the Day 1 Convective Outlook. This is basically your thunderstorm forecast across the nation. We do have the threat for some thunderstorms, along with that cold front that's moving its way across the nation. We do have 3 areas of generalized thunderstorms, one across bits of southern Texas, moving down into the southeast for bits of Louisiana, moving into bits of western Kentucky here. We do have another sliver of generalized thunderstorms expected across southern Florida. This is basically just to show that, just your average thunderstorms are expected or possible across those areas. Maybe some thunderstorms could be, strong, but not necessarily meeting the severe criteria. So they are expected to remain under the severe criteria. Now, we do move on to Day 2 now. Day 2 is for tomorrow. We do have 4 areas of generalized thunderstorms. Now, we have one under southern Texas. We do have one basically into Mississippi, as well as, pretty much central and eastern Louisiana. We do have another for central and southern Florida, as well as the mid-Atlantic coast, basically across the Carolinas and into the Virginia Beach area. So basically, same thing. Generalized thunderstorms are expected, not necessarily meaning severe. Now, we do move on to the Day 3 outlook, and this is for your Friday forecast. We just have one area of generalized thunderstorms. That's basically just for bits of southern Florida, showing that generalized thunderstorms are possible. So let's go and take a look here at the tropics, and let's see what we're dealing with in terms of that. Alrighty guys, so we're taking a look here at the tropics. We're not really expecting anything to form here over the next week or so. The tropics has been kind of dead lately. Like I said many times, we are kind of at the end of hurricane season. So, honestly, the tropical activity has died down a bit. So we're not expecting anything to form in the Atlantic. Same thing as the Eastern Pacific as well as the Central Pacific. Like I said, the tropics are kind of dead. We are kind of leaning towards the end of hurricane season. Like, believe it or not, we still are in hurricane season, and that will be in effect until later on this month. So let's go and take a look here at the National Weather Service hazards, and let's see what we're dealing with across the nation. Alrighty guys, so we're going to take a look here at the non-precipitation side of things. We do have some red flag warnings basically across bits of northern bits of Kansas and to southern Nebraska. This is basically just showing that, fire weather could be possible. So wildfires can definitely occur. This is basically just to alert all your firefighters that fire weather could be possible. Now, we do have a lot of high wind warnings basically in effect bits across, the Dakotas. We do have some for central and western North Dakota as well as western South Dakota. We do have 3 counties here basically across bits of central or east central bits of, bits of Montana as well, basically just showing that high winds are expected to occur. Now, following that, we do have some basically, wind advisories basically in effect, across this darker shade here, basically near brown, for bits of, Oklahoma, stretching down into bits of eastern Dakotas, moving to a small sliver here across western Minnesota, basically just showing that gusty winds are expected to occur. Definitely can be, pretty gusty at times. Now, we do have winter weather advisories basically across bits of northern New Hampshire, bits of northern Vermont as well as bits, mostly northern Maine here. We do, we did see that snow that's moving its way into the region as we looked on radar a little bit ago. There is winter weather advisories in effect, basically just showing that, winter weather is expected. We saw it on radar, that snow starting to move into Maine. There could be some impacts, with this winter system, maybe some difficult travels, but, honestly, these people up north are kind of used to this weather because, they're always dealing with it every single year. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. You guys are greatly appreciated. I'm very, very thankful for all you guys. But anyways, guys, just know that you guys matter. Just know that you guys are amazing, and I hope you all have a wonderful day today. And I'll see you guys in the next update.